I think what they're doing is I think that they're probably going to show some of the folks that eventually parlayed, being a blacksmith into doing things later in life. But the reality is all of that is rooted in whatever is factual. They listed everything out. And if you have any questions about it, just ask the Department of Education. You can talk about those folks. But I mean, these were scholars who put that together. It was not anything that was done politically.
How many times do we have to hear it? How many times do the Republican Party, Republicans running for president, Republican voters have to show us that they are racist? We just watched Ron DeSantis defending and trying to explain how Black people that were enslaved parlayed something from slavery into something better.
A controversial part of these new standards is instruction for middle school students to learn, quote, how slaves develop skills, which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit.
It is this level of disregard for Black suffering, Black pain that we live with, and is made even harder to defend because he is softening slavery into something that was a apprentice program, basically.
Well, you should talk to them about it. I mean, I didn't do it and I wasn't involved in it. But the reality is all of that is rooted in whatever is factual. They listed everything out. And if you have any questions about it, just ask the Department of Education. You can talk about those folks. But I mean, these were scholars who put that together. It was not anything that was done politically.
Check out this video of one of the Black people he appointed to the committee to help choose the new curriculum for Florida students. Look at it.
I thank God for slavery. I thank God for the crack house. If it wasn't for the crack house, come on somebody, God wouldn't have never been able to use me how he can use me now. And if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree.
And there you have it. In church, Kim Daniels, who used to be a representative in Duval, literally making a mockery of what is the Black church experience, and also at the same time downgrading slavery from suffering to blessing, praying and saying that but for God blessing Black people with slavery, we might be praying for trees in Africa. The complete ahistorical nature of this comment is absolutely disgusting in itself on its face. No one was blessed with slavery. No one. It's also a complete disregard of where and how old Africa relationship is with Christianity. When we know the oldest churches, the oldest Coptic churches are in Ethiopia. When we know there are parts of people that believe in Jesus' lost years, he spent time in Africa. But this complete disregard for any of that, not to mention the fact that the man himself actually came from that part of the world. That part of the world just continued whiteness in everything. And then the icing on top of this raggedy cake is the fact that this woman was thanking God for the crack house. This is the level of ridiculousness. And for DeSantis to call this woman a scholar on anything except for Black self-hate and also white supremacy, he's ridiculous. He's absolutely ridiculous. And anybody else that believes any of this is too. I'm Mondale Robinson. This is America. Have a good evening, but not before you think about it.